Hi, good evening. Frankie Kam here once again. Durian Defense from Kuala Lumpur. Yes, today we're doing tactics from Chessable. I've been looking at this course called Forwarding and Reversing the Tactics of Mikhail Part 2, 1971 to 1992 by Alan Bester. So hope that everybody is doing okay. Well, it's the start of a new week. It's Monday, 21st of March 2022. Hey Chess Bars, good to see you, man. POG, pog pog pog. Let's go. Yeah, I've also designed a new chessboard and I'm just going to try it out. I think chessboards are basically up to personal taste, but after spending many hours on it, I'm willing to give it a try. LFG? What's LFG stand for? Sky Keyboard. That's right. We've got Sky Keyboard installed, courtesy of Dimple. Courtesy of Dimple, man. Dimple's the man. And yes, I'm sure Chessbar, you've also got Sky Keyboard installed. You're also a beneficiary of able to benefit from whatever that from Dimple's brilliance, yeah, from his excellence. Okay, let's go into the Chessable main screen right now. Yep, that's right, you got Sky Keyboard. Yeah, who doesn't? Most of us have. Okay, is my chat updating? Strange. Chat's not updating yet. Okay, I'll give it a while and it will come on, I'm sure. Okay, hold on a second. My slideshow is moving too fast. Just a moment, yeah. Let's just adjust that a little bit. Time between seconds. Okay, that ought to do it. Okay, the chat's updating. That's good. Right. What do we do here? Oh yeah. Okay. Anyway, I'll just jump into it. Yeah, that's a nice emote there. Fantastic emote by Dimple. A really attractive red color background with white wordings. How are you doing today, Chessbar from India? Yeah. It's not too late for you. For myself, it's 10:47 right now. Sorry I couldn't start a bit earlier. Yeah, Dimple is a god of Twitch. That's true. Yes, he's a Greek god, isn't he? Something like Zeus or Archimedes, whatever. Yeah. So I don't know my Greek mythology very well, but anyway, the latest Greek mythology character is Dimple. He's not just a myth; he's also one heck of a what do you call it? Very talented programmer, very skilled in IT and programming. Okay, so yeah, that's right. Doing nice. You're doing fine. This day, people love. Okay, I don't know what people stands for. People. Yeah. Okay, let me read that. Hell message reason swearing. No, I don't think there's a swearing. Let's just allow it. Okay. Permitted. Yeah, even JM Kanti knows Dimple. Yes, I'm sure they do. And it's such a great service that is done for the chess community. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, there's this little timer up here, and the whole idea actually is for me to give the answers or attempt the answers after 5 minutes at the most. So what I'm going to do right now is where did I go for this one? Hold on a second, let me try to see where this is from. Okay, that would be the timer. So let me just double click and let me reset the timer first. Now it should reset to 5 minutes. There you go. Okay, so in less than 5 minutes we'll look at this. So this is actually black to play, and what we have is this course is actually the tactics taken from Mikhail style's games. Okay, and my what do you call it? Oh, the Mikhail tile's gone a bit crazy. I think the thing has overlapped. Okay, doesn't matter. We will I think what we'll do is this. Hold on a second. Yeah, so anyway, the game is black to play, and probably to play for an advantage. This is actually the easier. I need to adjust that a little bit. These are actually some of the easier categories here. Yeah. So GM Kanti is doing fine and Dimple's doing fine. That's great. Okay, let me just adjust the. You know, sometimes you prepare so hard and then suddenly the things don't work as expected, but it's okay. What I'll do is I'll just hide this one here. Okay, then it won't go crazy, but it will flash a little bit there. Flashing is a little bit irritating. Okay. Right, now it's flashing a little bit too much, so I think I'll forget about the we'll just go for the stills then. We'll just go for the stills. I think this will be fine. Okay, hold on a second, music's a bit loud. Okay, let's change the music. Alright, so let me look at this here. Black to play. Okay, let's see here. Okay, sometimes the coordinates are a bit hard to see, but basically this is black is playing up the board. So as you can see, that's H8. That's H8 over here. That's H8 over here, and black's basically, oh my goodness, that didn't work. Okay, black's basically playing up the board. Even my arrow's not working right now. That's strange. Hold on a second here. Let me try to fix that. Arrow, 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 arrow. It doesn't seem to do it. 20, that's too small. Yeah, I guess that's okay. 32. 32 is too big, so 26. Okay. And maybe the color, to change the color to something else. Darker blue I think would do. Can I try a different color? Let's try darker blue. Okay. Command move small. Okay, let's try this. Command move small. Too small, right? It's just too small, so you can't see that. Command move small. 40. 26 is too small. T. Let's change the color. Save. Just hold on. Hmm. 26. I'm just adjusting the code, the CSS code, to make sure that it's visible. So right now, if I were to save, this thing is way too small, right? 26 might be a bit too small, so let's just go for 32. 32 slightly bigger. Okay, let's change the color. Make it a little bit darker. Maybe use a different hue. That's horrible. Lighter blue, probably lighter blue. Okay, maybe that's okay. Just a different shade, a bit darker. That's too dark. Okay, maybe that's okay. So we'll leave it at that. Let's save it. Okay, so rook b4 is the main move. Oh, now we can't see it. Okay, that's just too bad. Let's change that. Command move. Okay, sorry, excuse me while I just make some adjustments to the color. Command move. Okay, here we go. So I think this should be a little bit darker, right? Okay, forget it. I think I can still see it, so not too bad. Yeah. If you get, Frank, if I get more viewers on my chat, then I'll make you a VIP. Sure, why not? Sure, thanks. Well, if it works for you to make me a VIP, I don't have no objections at all. Yeah, I don't mind. What does a VIP do? Promote your channel? VIP. Oh yeah, okay. VIP is just a guess. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I'm honored. Thank you very much. Thanks for that. That'll be great. If you make me a VIP, then I'll make you a VIP of my channel as well. You know, one good turn deserves the other. Okay. So right now. Okay, I see that that's not working too well, but never mind. We'll figure out another time. So rook b4 is the move, and then I've got the sub moves here. I think we'll keep it simple. Let's just solve the problems anyway. Knight c8, of course, was the blunder, and a blunder forfeits the rook. White can keep the position equal. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just get this thing out here. So it's good that you got a plan to grow your channel, and it's always good to have that. Yeah, the dimple emote is really eye-catching. Yeah, I like the way that it was designed. It's very good. So basically, knight c8 was a blunder because there's a rook there. So I think this Chessable course really goes in depth into. It's not just solving the problems. It's not just solving the finding the winning move, but also the lead up to it. And because Tal was also human, he wasn't an engine, so sometimes he also didn't play the most optimum move at all. He didn't always play the most optimal move. And hold on a second. Reds. Okay. Yeah, okay, so let's just move on. So that was a blunder. And how do we do this thing right now? Okay, so basically, okay, so there is a knight c3 check. Hold on, knight c3. Yeah, of course, discover check and then attacking here. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, why is the arrow not showing? The arrow is working fine here. Let me just try this arrow. AROW, arrowhead B. Let's try change it to G. Does that work? Okay, the arrow does work now. Okay, seems to be working fine, right? Okay, good. Okay, so if anybody's watching, what I've done here basically is I've also modded the circles and the arrows and the thickness of the move highlights, the square highlights, right? I've changed the colors as well as the size of the rings, because in Chessable, the rings are really a little too small, a little bit too thin. Hey, hi Logic. Looking good. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, let me see whether I can give you a little fork horn here. There's a fork horn. Come on, fork horn. Alternate F1. Where's my fork horn? My fork horn's not working. That's weird. Okay, there it is. Hopefully it's not too loud. Okay, it was kind of soft there just now. Yeah, I think the fork horn's a little bit soft. Let's see whether we can raise the volume a little bit. Let's see now. Okay, forget it. Okay, anyway, shout out to Logic, yeah, SO. So let's just do that. Logic. L0. It's the second character that always gets me. Yeah, here you go. Yeah. So yeah, good to see you, and thank you for dropping by. Yeah. So I'm going through some puzzles here, and basically what I've done is, you know, I think Chessable, or the weakest part of Chessable is actually the interface, the engine of Chessable, and you know, the way it encourages repetition, it teaches by repetition, and the way it's structured, I think is very good. But in terms of the design of the chessboard and the arrows, I think a lot leaves to be desired, and maybe that's a bit too strong. I think they could improve it, yeah, by acting quickly on users' feedbacks, etc. And I mean, like for example here, the circles, right, I made it thicker, and I find that in Chessable the arrows are just way too thin. This is what I think. Yeah, welcome for the shout out. So hold on a second, let me see right now. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so that basically gives you the progress, but you can't really see it very well, can you? Okay, I think we'll just forget about the progress, and let's just move on to the next lesson. Let's move on to the next puzzle. Okay, this is Tal versus Look and White to play. So what do we do here? I suppose we can just focus on the tactic here, and then after that look at the reverse tactic, or rather the lead up to the tactic itself. So here we can see that White's got a pretty nasty pin on the arrow doesn't appear right now. That's weird. I think the arrow doesn't appear. Okay, I gotta get that fixed. Sometimes the arrow appears in a different section of the lesson, and then it doesn't appear. Okay, so in this case, I could fix that. Just a moment. Arrow. Okay, let's try this again. So hope you're doing fine, Logic, in Canada. How's the weather in Canada? Their part of Canada, hope it's doing okay. Over here in Malaysia, it's scorchingly hot. The weather is like, you know, you can go driving on the road and you come back, you get a tan. That's how hot it is. Tao's Genius. Oh, Vegan. Hi, good to see you, man. Vegan. Yes. Let's do a shout out to Vegan as well. Vegan. Vegan loves his vegetables, is that right? Okay, there you go. Okay, let's see now. Yeah, Tao is a genius. The blue and white yellow box is interesting, very nice. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I spent hours designing it. It's actually meant to follow the Ukraine colors, as you can see, and I got it from somewhere else, but I adjusted. What do you call it? What's the word for it? I adjusted the design and also put in a frame there. Hottest month in Malaysia is probably around now, actually. No, actually it fluctuates. It used to be February, early March, but now, yeah, now it's March. So it used to be in January to February during the Lunar New Year itself. But the reverse happened for this year was that it was actually flooding and raining heavily during the first 2 months of 2022. So it's kind of weird. But throughout my childhood, all the earlier years of my life, I remember the first 2 months of the year being among the hottest. In Canada, we're coming out of winter into spring, so it's starting to warm up. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hopefully you don't have too much extreme weather there where you are. Snow's melting. Snow is melting. Yeah. I know. Yeah, that reminds me. Okay, hold on a second. I was supposed to put the timer up there. So I've got a 5-minute timer that I use so I can chit chat a little bit, and then after the timer runs down to 0, then we can solve the problem together. So that gives people time to, you know, I don't need to rush through it. Although we are right now in the elementary section, or the easier puzzles of this Chessable course. So in 5 minutes time we will just go through it. So for now we'll just leave it there, and I think I forgot to put the word chat in the tag for the stream, but basically I'll be chatting more, since obviously I'm not playing today. I'm not playing my Blitz games. Yeah, so anyway, let's have a look here. White to play. I wish I had a what do you call it, this plugin, right? Like what Chessbase India has, where when you type in a move suggestion, and at the end it aggregates all the move suggestions and lists the names of those users who actually typed in the answers or the moves, and it will aggregate in terms of sorting the most requested or most guessed move in the chat. So that will be a nice plugin to have. And right now my chat text is kind of big, but it's okay. We'll leave it as that. Rook takes f6 maybe. That's interesting. Rook takes f6 because this rook here is hanging, isn't it? It will be hanging, and that looks kind of obvious. Well, it was not obvious to me. Good on you, Logic. You spotted it pretty fast, and I was busy chatting away. And yeah, that seems pretty good, right? Just picking off the knight there. Now maybe I can see why Chessable's arrows are not so thick, rather thin, because basically I can't get the arrow to be behind the object or the piece. It's always obscuring, and the thicker it is, the harder it is to see the piece. But yeah, I mean, this rook is basically unprotected, so that's hanging. So is it as simple as that? Whoa, 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 who's that? Rats. Okay, Skakibot followed. Who triggered that? I wonder who triggered that. I thought Skakibot was a boat. Skakibot doesn't have a mind of his own, does it? Not too sure. First time chat viewer, check 94. If this is one of Magician's games, then yeah, something even more dazzling. Well, actually, we are in the check 94. This is actually the Chessable course, and we're right now in the elementary section because I'm kind of going slowly here. Yes, logic. Tal actually had a deformed hand, a little bit like a claw kind of thing, right? It was kind of a claw, and when he shook hands with people, he would use his hand as well. And I never knew that until I read it sometime last year. And of course, when we look at the pictures of Tal, you don't see his hand because, well, there aren't many pictures, but in the videos on YouTube, you can see that his hand is clearly deformed. But I tell you what, he made up for the physical so-called defect in so many other ways, right? He had an IQ, I think, of 174. And I think when he was like 6 years old, he could already speak three different languages. Okay, let's have a look at the chat here. Yeah, hey Logic. Yeah, Dimple is here. Hey, hi Dimple. Yeah, Dimple, I got the air horn, but I think it's a bit too loud, too soft actually. Okay, I got it. Yeah, it's a bit too soft. I really need to increase the volume a little bit. Okay, here's the air horn. Okay, let me try to make it. Yeah, okay. Okay, there you go. Okay, so shout out to Dimple, right? Dimple is one heck of a programming beast. He's a beast actually. So shout out to Dimple. Yep, he's the creator of Skakibot, and he's one of the Greek gods as well, if I may put it that way. So Skakibot is Greek for chess, and there should one day be a Dimple bot as well, right? I think chess.com or Lichess should make a Dimple bot, and it will play probably as strong as Dimple himself. Yeah, can you hear that air horn thingy? But when I played, I think I didn't configure the hotkeys very well, so when I hit alternate F1, it sort of... Okay, there you go. Okay, I'll get the hang of it one day. Yeah, that's right. Not loud enough. Louder. Okay, let me try that. Increase the louder. You want it really loud? Okay, he's hitting the yellow section right now, so I think that's pretty loud. Okay, because Dimple's air horns will always blast my ears, so I think we'll do as in Rome. Yeah, we'll blast your ears as well. Okay, so 15 seconds to go, and then we'll go through the answer. That's good. Yes, louder. Okay, that's good. I got it. Okay, thank you. Okay, I got it. That's right. So you know, Dimple likes to stream hard and loud, so the air horns are clearly the hallmark of his channel, of his stream. Okay, so 0 seconds. Let's give it a try. So rook takes f6 is probably the move here. Yeah, I mean, elementary section doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be some speculative sacrifice that you know, sacks the queen or the rook. But anyway, this is Tal in 1971, and when Fischer was already at his peak, right? So let's just give it a try right now. Okay, so I've got the Chessable set up so that it doesn't give me the answer if I foul up the first time. In fact, I think I have 10 tries before it actually corrects me. So then obvious move is to chop off that rook. So it was Logic who got it right. Okay, so kudos to Logic. Okay, I think this part here is a little bit too... Okay, let me just change the what's that thing? Let me change the opacity because I can't read some of the wordings at the bottom. Okay, maybe that's a bit too bright, but I think we'll have to live with it. Okay. Okay, so okay, maybe I can't do anything about it. Let's hit Ctrl Z. Okay, good. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Okay, so we're exploiting the pin on the D file, and of course we want just one material here. Okay, let's go on to the next lesson. Okay, next lesson. Yeah, by the way, if you're watching, this is a special custom chessboard that I made. That sort of, whoa, Hakim Live. Yes, Hakim in the house, everybody. Hakim Live, my fellow Malaysian, okay, my fellow chess streamer who's been around in Twitch so much longer than I have. So Hakim. Yes. Okay. Right. Oh, air horn. Oh, this is an air horn moment. Let's go. There you go. Pa 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 pa. Okay, that's my wife there. Pa 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 pa. Okay, let's go again one more time. Let's go. All right. Yes. Well, welcome, Hakim. Do join Hakim. He's got his own channel, of course. His stream. He's also got his own club, and he organizes online tournaments. Is that on Wednesday, Hakim? Yeah. So Hakim's also got a good following, and he's got many friends here in Twitch. Too many to name. Yeah, that's right. You like to meet my wife? My wife has she just walked away, so she was giving me a little bit of head massage there. Yeah. Okay. Her name is Julie, by the way. Okay. So, whoa, hold on a second. This is a new puzzle, right? So I forgot to set the timer, and I wish I had a way to maybe I should put a hotkey so that I can actually I can actually hit the timer, activate the timer by using the hotkey. But right now I just need to double click it and just refresh the cache, and now it should reset to 5 minutes. Okay, so basically I'm just going to chat, and I'll give you time to look at the puzzle, and then you can give your suggestions in the chat. You love how small streamers all support each other. Good stuff. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, one may be small, but doesn't mean that one is insignificant. One can be small but significant, and people like Hakim, Logic, Dimpol, forgive me, I missed out anyone else. You guys are not insignificant. You guys are a significant member of the community. Community in capital C. So as you can see, there's a timer up there, up on the frame, and the chessboard, the colors, I arranged it so that they could give a shout out to Ukraine, country that's suffering right now through the war. Yeah. Welcome Logic, welcome all the rest of you guys. Yeah, you guys are a significant cog in the wheel, the Twitch wheel, and you don't know how much important you are. You'll never realize until somebody actually tells you, and maybe you do know, but you're a bit too modest. I really don't know. Yeah, welcome for the shout out, SO. Yeah. So here we're talking about hold on a second, where are we right now? What is this right now? Okay, I have no idea what this is. What's happening here? This is obviously a new puzzle, right? Oh, I see. This one here is actually the I'm sorry, this is actually the forwarding and reversing tactics, right? So basically we went through the puzzle itself, and now what it does, it reverses the puzzle by backtracking. So it's like a backstory to the actual puzzle itself, and then it goes through very detailed all the nuances of all the moves, because it's like it puts you in the shoes of Tal, and before you could actually execute the tactic, you had to wade through all the different combinations to arrive at that particular position that we solved early on, where there was a devastating pin on the almost said D drive, on the D file itself. Yeah, so this chess position actually leads up to that square there, and then he actually goes through the actual game. The author Alan B, who's actually a very prolific Chessable author. Some of you may have bought some of his courses. Yeah, so let me have a look here. I'm just going. I've hidden the arrow keys at the bottom there, yeah, so you don't see them. But I'm just clicking the arrow keys to wade through the moves themselves. So Rooks. This is Tal playing white, I believe. Yeah, Tal versus Winet's Look, odd name. So King H7, Black played King H7, Knight takes E6. What happened here? Oh, there was a knight sack there. So knight sacrifice on E6, and the idea is this: he opens up the whole bag of tactics here, because as you can see, the again, my arrows, I've sort of enlarged the arrows, made them hey, thanks, by the way, I have nice emotes. Thanks Hakim, I designed them myself. I think I spent a few days just trying to get some ideas, and after that I hardly touched the emotes. But if you have any suggestions, you know, I'm all ears. Yeah, so this that's nice. You know, you can see that Tal is looking through the end solution. What did I use? Basically, I just used paint.net. I'm a very simple kind of guy. I use a free software. The others who are really what would you show that? So it's my wife here, Julie. Yeah. So anyway, there's some guys who use what Adobe Illustrator. They use Photoshop. I just use paint.net. I think is powerful enough, especially when you download some of the plugins, and it does a lot of stuff. That's paint.net. So let me just type it in the chat here. One of the best free software around, and I use it so often that I don't really use other tools, because you know there's always a learning curve when you use tools like these. Right at the top of the chat there. My chat actually is a bit of reverse. The last first chat in is the chat that appears on the top there. Yeah, so rook h7, knight takes e6, and basically this is to sacrifice the knight to clear the semi-d file and queen's diagonal. So it opens up the attack on the knight there. Oh, okay, you're watching this stream using the new GNU, is pronounced new iSCAD browser. Is that a Linux, Unix, Linux platform, right? Is that right? Check 94, you are a Linux guy, and only power users and programmers and developers use Unix, Linux, sorry. I don't know, I'm just guessing. GNU could be also Windows, but I don't know, I'm just guessing they're using a Linux system. Because power users use Linux, real developers use Linux, especially for servers, right? Okay, it's an experimental Windows build. Okay, my bad, I've never heard of it, so at least I learn something new every day. Okay, so this is still the old puzzle. Anyway, I'll just run through the moves here. So he sacrificed a knight to clear the semi-open d file and the queen's diagonal, and then black played, obviously he took the knight, otherwise he would just be losing. And then let me just click the arrow key to move forward. So rook takes d6, and this is where we he won a second pawn. Okay, you prefer to use Linux, but you're contractually obliged to use Windows on this device. Oh, that's interesting. You got a contract, that's nice. Like you know, NBA players, they got contracts, or Twitch partners, they got contracts as well. I guess contracts is good because it gives you revenue, but at the same time, maybe a cons is that you're sort of restricted to the terms and conditions of your contract. But I know nothing, obviously, so I'm just spouting things that may or may not be true. But still, Windows ain't that bad these days, right? Okay. Is the music too loud, or is it okay? Because this particular track could be a little bit loud. Okay, do let me know in the chat if the music is a bit too loud. It's a bit too loud, yeah? Things should be okay. I can just lower it a little bit down. Okay, a little bit there. Alright, so let's move on here. So e5 was an error. Why was e5 an error? Oh, I suppose black wanted to close off the diagonal there. And what happened here? Saving the pawn and interposing on the queen's diagonal, but better to challenge the rook with rook c6. So even here also we could click that to see what could have been the nuance there, or the response, the different response. So there's so many different nuances or possibilities here. And then Tal played g3, and basically to open up the bishop diagonal, to put the bishop on the h3 diagonal there. Turn on the music, it's a bit loud. Okay. And then what happened next? Rook there, bishop went there, and queen went there, and that's where the tactic happened basically. So it's interesting to see the build up here, because Tal had to calculate all this when he calculated knight takes knight sacrifice. He had to look through all the different possibilities there. Yeah. I'm not even following you. How embarrassing. No, I'm not leading you on. I'm not leading it too well, I suppose. Oh, who's that? Yeah, Logic. Thanks for the follow, Logic. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. The colors are a bit. Okay. I can't see the notification too well, so I need to do something about that. It's okay. Okay. I think. Let me just change my alert box. Change my alert box to put it somewhere up, somewhere else. Maybe I'll put it over here. I don't know. Anyway, it's good enough. Anyway, it's good as the next place. Okay, let's put it there. Maybe I'll put it. You think the stream is great? I'm all over the place right now, but thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Okay, let me put the alert right at the top there. Well, what I try to do, Logic, is to come up with something creative. It's kind of crazy the hours I spend on this, because it takes time to create something that's different from what everyone else is doing. So yeah, the what do you call it? Streamlabs OBS is my palette, is my toolbox for design and for creativity. So somehow I try to express my creativity through things that you are seeing right now. Okay. Sorry, that's a little Nightbot joke there. I've also got the LOL joke, which may or may not work for you. You may or may not like dad jokes, but basically you've got funny quotes. I've got QOT as well, which are basically real quotations from around the world. So I think I got the largest collection of chess jokes, about 500 over. Yeah, okay, Logic, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the encouragement. Yeah, see you, man. See you. I enjoy your stream also, Logic, and I enjoy looking at your games, and you know, and I like the pace that you go when you go through your games. That's good. Okay, so thanks, Logic. Good one. Okay, so let's skip this and let's go to the next one now. Progress save, next lesson. Okay, next lesson, let's put on the timer again. More jokes than Ben Feingold. I don't think I can out-joke Ben Feingold, because Ben Feingold has got the he's got the trump card on what do you call it? He's got a monopoly on dry jokes, I think. And there's no joke like a Ben Feingold joke, I would say so. And his son as well. His son is equally as dry as him in terms of jokes, I mean. Okay, so I'll put the timer there. So in 5 minutes time we'll go through the moves and go through the reverse portion of this lesson as well. In case you just joined or you're not sure what I'm doing, I'm going through the forwarding and reversing of tactics. Sorry, forwarding and reversing the tactics of Mikhail Tal Part 2. This is the second installment, covering the 1971 to 1992. And of course in 1992 you had the famous win over Kasparov where he won on time. Okay, hold on a second. The music's a bit loud in my earpiece, so let me just turn it down a little bit. So in 5 minutes time we'll go through some of the games, we'll go through the puzzle itself. So right now we're in the forwarding section of the puzzle of this course, where this particular lesson, where we are going to solve the move. We're going to play the moves, and who's to move? White to play and win. This is Tal versus Chernin, 1988. Where were you in 1988? 1988. I was just fresh out of school, I think, and going into college. That's how old I am. Okay. So anyway, let's check out the chat right now. Yeah. If you go in Google chess.com hilarious jokes, and you go to a web page on chess.com that talks about hilarious jokes, you scroll right down to the bottom of the forum. There, I put most of my jokes there. Original jokes, by the way. Yeah. So some of my jokes, which I've my collection of 500 over jokes, a large proportion of them are quite original from me. Not a proportion of them. Jokes, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work, sometimes they are like a 1 out of 5 on the scale, or it could be 4 out of 5 on the scale. Oh, this one's a quote by Magnus Carlsen. I spend hours playing chess because I find it so much fun. The day it stops being fun is the day I give up. Yeah. And after he beat Nepo, he said that he may not continue, he may not defend his title, but he would do so if Ali Reza was the challenger. So that still remains to be seen. And it's not just because of fun or no fun that he gives up, but it's also, it could be that it's the challenger himself, right? Yeah, this joke's on memory loss and playing bullet chess. I don't know whether you had this experience, you know, you play bullet chess and it's a rated game, and then you lose rating, and then you fight back and you win rating, and next thing you know, you look at the clock, my goodness, it's like 3 or 4 hours have gone by. And I don't know whether that's your experience or not, but it certainly has been my experience. And bullet chess is one way that you can just lose track of time because of the pace of the game. Okay, so white to play here. Let's see now. Check 94. Check 94. Let me just check you out first. Let me just check your account. Yeah, interested to see who you are. Okay, hold on a second here. So I'm opening up my Firefox here. Sometimes I do forget whose stream I dropped by, and let's have a look. My internet's a little bit slow. Okay, cool. Let's have a look. Okay, no videos found, doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Alright, so let's continue on. Knight d2, I'm not terribly confident. Let's have a look at this. I've got the bigger board on my next screen on my right, so if I'm looking that way, then I'm looking at the big screen. So knight d2. Does it trap the queen? What? Yeah. I think the placement of the pieces could be improved a little bit because of the this chessboard is kind of unique. You can see that the pieces are not totally horizontally aligned. Threatens the rook. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good move, isn't it? I didn't spot that. Yeah, it hits the queen and hits the rook at the same time. Yeah, so I think you're onto something there. Not bad. I didn't see that. I wasn't sure what was happening here, but I think you hit the nail on the head, right? So again, this being the easier category, yeah, it does three things. It protects the rook on f1, it hits the queen, and it hits the rook as well. And I think you can't deal with two threats at the same time, can you? Black can't deal with both threats at the same time. So it's 0 seconds, let's go for it. Let's use check 94. Okay, that's the right move. That's good. I do notice that the last move isn't very clear here. I think I can change that, but we'll do that another time, yeah? Just an observation. I could change that color there. Hold on a second. Let me just... okay, I can't do it right now. I have to use the off-stream time to do this. But you can see there's obviously this little slide of color there, slight the difference of the shade. And what now? It's just knight takes rook then. Is that right? Okay, so that's a simple one there. Yeah, let's go to the next one. Or maybe, hold on a second, next lesson. Yeah, let's go to the next lesson. Okay, this part again now is the reversing part. So let's have a look here. So how did we reach that situation? In this position, rook e2. Rook e2 was played, and it says clearly better for white is to first defend the rook with queen e2. Queen e2 would have been better, is that right? And then to threaten either rook f1 or rook f1 or rook d4. Rook f1 or rook d4. Okay, so rook e2 was played, and Tal being human, he didn't play the best move all the time. Then we have what? Okay, followed by knight d7, rook f1, knight e5, queen c2 was an error. Queen c2 was an error. Why was that an error? A poor move that invites black to equalize. It's not easy to find the best move, but white could consider either. Yeah, here it gets pretty detailed, and I guess this is part of the learning process where you actually would look through the various moves there. g3, queen g4, knight takes e5, or h3, rook h8 and knight h2, both of which hold an advantage. So queen c2 was a bad move, and then there was a blunder rook c4. So it's amazing how many of Tal's opponents help blunder their way through into a loss. Yeah. So that's the story. That's the backstory of the position that we just solved just now, and these guys are playing classical. And who's the player? I can't remember. It's in the previous screen, so we'll skip this one then. Okay, anyway, hold on a second. So we've got that. And again, the arrows aren't showing up correctly. I got to change that also. This arrow works fine. Now that works fine. Okay. Nope, it doesn't. Okay, something. Okay, I need to check the CSS later on. So let's hit continue. Okay, so progress saved. What am I right now? 43 out of 54 for the elementary. So I've gone through 43 puzzles on my own, mostly on my own, before today's stream itself. Okay, let's go on for the next one. Let's put a timer again. So let's have a look here. Timer. Let's reset the timer. Okay, let's go for 5 minutes again. Timer's been reset. There you go. Okay, so this is Muratov Vladimir versus Tal. Okay. And black to play. So Tal is black. And how now? How now, brown cow? Okay, while you're figuring this out, I'm also going to add one more scene. Because I do have the slideshow at the back of various Ukraine destinations in Ukraine itself. So sometimes I would like to show the background. Oh, this one is has classic tactic right in the open. I don't know what it's called, Distraction Desperado. Let me have a look at this. It's interesting that you can spot it because I'm not getting it right now. Okay, hold on a second. Black to play and win. Okay, let me see here. Is there a night fog anywhere? Not really. Check. Oh, okay, nice one. Okay, it's a 1-2 punch, right? Yeah, it's a night fog. Yeah, queen takes g3. Yep, that's right. Yeah, it looks quite obvious. So again, this is a simple category. So can you imagine going to the difficult category where there are probably high-level tactics and speculative sacrifices? So here's more pure tactics, and yeah, queen takes the rook, followed by pawn takes. I'm sorry, hold on a second here. Yikes, wrong screen. Yeah, pawn takes queen, and then knight fork hitting the it's basically a family fork, isn't it? It's a family fork. So that's a temporary queen sack, and has to be accepted because of the whole rook. In the end, actually, black ends up with the whole rook himself. Not bad at all. So I think this is quite straightforward. But let's see what else is there. Yeah, it's not Desperado actually. It's basically it's clearing the defender of the square, isn't it? The two defenders defending the, what they call it, the E3 square. And basically, in one stroke, a black gets rid of the both defenders at the same time. And obviously, let's play that right now. Okay, that was correct. And okay, bravo, well done. So let's have a look at the scenario before that. So when I click the next lesson button, which you don't see because I've hidden the button from the screen, it shows you the build up to that position itself and what actually happened here. So along the way you'll find that the chess masters actually do make mistakes along the way because they're human just like us, and they're not engines, they're not cold hard engines. So knight g4, okay, knight g4 was played by Carl, and threatening white's queen with an added tempo of capturing the h2 pawn with a tempo. So basically the knight jumped over. Yeah, now I know why the chessable arrows are thin, right? I probably made them a little bit too thick because they're obscuring the piece. Partly, the knight is partially obscured here. So maybe I should change the color from purple to red. Red probably be more eye-catching, but anyway, it is what it is right now. And so queen e4. Let's have a look at. Let's go here. Queen e4. White is threatening queen h7 mate. There's a mate threat there. That's quite a good move, with the added threat of capturing the h2 pawn with tempo. I'm sorry, what am I saying? Reading the wrong one. Okay, so queen h7 mate. At the same time, the move pins the knight to the queen and supports the rook's attack on the same piece. So therefore, the knight is being threatened. So queen e4 was a pretty good move, right? Quite a logical move. It basically accomplishes three things. Number one, threatens mate. Number two, attacks the knight, and thirdly, it removes the queen from being captured by the knight. And let's go on here. So queen takes h2 check, king f1, f5, and this is where white went wrong. I suppose he forgot that how the knight moves, and I wouldn't blame him because I could easily make the same mistake itself. So by moving the queen to queen f4, which is the next move here, what happened was that... Oh wait, hold on a second. No, he didn't go there. He didn't go c4, he went f4. Queen f4. Why is that a dubious move? And then rook a5. Rook a5. Even better is b6. b6 was a better move, opening up the diagonal for the bishop. Is that right? With pressure on that particular diagonal itself. And so let's go on. Rook a5 was played instead. Wait, hold on a second. Let's look through the small variation here. Okay, again the words are not too well contrasted against the background. So maybe I just need to make the this mask a little bit darker. Just hold on, yeah. Let me just change the opacity of this thingy. Okay, there you go. That's really dark. And I should have another scene where I can show you the screen, the wallpaper itself, because some of the wallpapers are really nice. But anyway, that's for another time. So anyway, let's have a look here. Okay, so b6, right? b6 was a move, and then the possibility knight c3, bishop a6 check, bishop a6 check, bishop d3 blocking, bishop takes bishop, rook d takes d3, rook d8. Okay, anyway, that didn't happen. So I think this course is good because it's not just solving puzzles and moving on to the next puzzle. We're actually getting into the mind of the players. We're actually having to also consider so many other things, so many different candidate moves, and hopefully we can apply that to our own games. Yeah. And so queen c4 was the obvious blunder, and this is where he forgot that the knight is a real tricky piece, and basically that was almost like a family fork there. So it all started off by hitting the rook on. Okay, so Chessable doesn't have different colors. Shift right click doesn't work. I've only got one color for the circle. So basically that was that's a knight bomb there, right at the end of the tactic. Okay, so a mistake which loses the g3 rook. White needed to play either queen b4 instead, or bishop d3. So either queen b4 or queen b4 bishop d3 was the right move there. Queen b4 to get out of the fork, or bishop anything but the blunder queen c3. And then of course Tal bin Tal would not have missed queen takes g3, and white resigned because if white recaptures the knight fork on e3. As it stands, black is also threatening queen takes f2 mate. Okay, so then basically black resigned. Okay, what am I doing here? Can't get rid of the arrows. How do I get rid of the arrows? Okay, weird. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this has to be a new one, so let's put the timer on again. So the purpose of the timer is so that I don't solve the problem so soon, and also give a chance to chat, to engage with the chatters, with the chat. Okay, so let's refresh the current page. Okay, now the timer's gone on for 5 minutes. There you go. Okay, this one is Mikhail versus Meditz Frank and white to play. White to play. Okay, 4 more minutes to go. Imagine playing this in a blitz game. Well, I don't think we're in the realm of the difficult puzzles yet, so I don't think queen takes a knight. Queen takes knight is a possibility here, is it? Queen takes knight, king takes knight, and then bishop takes the pawn here. I don't think that's just too speculative for my own taste. So that surely can't be the move. I mean, this is obviously a French defense game, and first thing that comes to my mind is this move here, and then probably the knight has to go there to defend. So knight c to e7 could be the move. Hey Tapas, hi. Yeah, welcome to my Chessable screen. Yeah. So you will not see a Chessable screen looking like this, because you can hardly recognize Chessable for what it is, because I've basically redesigned and customized the screens. Even I will also customize the chessboard of my own, complete with the frames. Oh, you got a university exam result. How did you do, man? How did you do? How did you do? Was it you are an A student? Congratulations. Hey man, I take my head off. Take my head off to Tapas too. Well done, Taps. Hey, Tapas, well done, man. You are the man. You are going to save the next generation. You are going to be keep up the good work. Yeah, well done. And maybe, you know, if you didn't play so much chess, you would have hit maybe 96%. I don't know. Ha 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 ha. Yes, that's right. Bishop takes h6. I don't think I can find anything better. Yeah, so Tapas knew, you know, VIP with Chess Heroes. What else? Active member of the chess community on Twitch, and you scored 91. That is pretty pog. POG pog, man. Pog. Pretty pog. You are the man. You are the beast. You are a chess student / medical student beast. That's what I can say. Good for you, man. POG all the way. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, this one, because of the pin, the knight is pinned, so the king has to move, and it wins a piece straight away, doesn't it? Basically, it wins a piece straight away. So we don't really need to look that hard, do we? Okay, so I guess, yeah, I'll just hang on for a while here. So okay, let's have a look at this. Look, bishop takes pawn check, king moves out. Let's say king goes to e7, and then just queen grabs, right? Queen grabs the knight, and basically there's a free piece up there, and also queen checking queen can check on f8. And I think it's really king safety is really in question. So yeah, look pretty straightforward there. So I'll just hold on for a while here. You just move on the timer there. Yeah, you can't find anything better. Yeah, I think there's no need to go speculative, and that is just crazy. I'm just looking for the complications, and I missed the obvious moves. Well done, check 64. You're doing fine. Yeah, so Tabs, I bet you're really happy with your result. Yeah, 91%. That is, maybe you're a genius. You know, you don't need to study so much. You can afford to play more chess, and then when you go for the exam, you use your genius or your God-given talent. Maybe you're just gifted like Tao. Tao was what, IQ 178. Okay, the music's a bit too loud. I'm sorry about that. Okay, how about that? Okay, turn down the music a little bit more. Okay, I'll turn down the music, yeah? But thanks Check94 for telling me about the music. I've turned it down a bit more. Better? Okay, much better, yeah. So sadly you drop your Blitz rating on chess.com from 1643 to 1577. Okay, yeah, but it is what it is. I mean, and you can always increase it later on once you're not so engaged in your studies. In your exams, you're right now in the exam season, yeah, so that has to take priority. I mean that I'm not preaching, I'm just giving some advice there. I think you would know that too as well. Yeah, I'm happy with the result, lol, but now I'm having 4 more big exams for totals to 720 marks. You agree? I mean, if chess distresses you as an outlet to release some stress, then why not? But you know, just have to do things in moderation, I guess. Yeah, especially with the high stakes exams coming up. So you got 4 major exams. When you say exams, you're talking about papers, right? You're not talking about exam. An exam is like a series of papers that you need to take, like for example ACCA exam, or you know, private air pilot exam or something. But yeah, I think you mean papers, yeah, subjects, courses, whatever. Okay, so time's up. Let's play this move. And again, Check94 was right on the money there, so that's got to be taken there. And then I would continue with this. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Mate will follow. Okay. So let's have a look at the build up to this thing here. What happens? What's happening here? Oh, I think I clicked the wrong move. Okay, let's try that again. Why am I must have clicked the wrong button. Check. Oh, this is a different route then. It's actually playing through. Is that the move? No, that's not the move. So this is just an alternate move, yeah. Along with chess OFC. What's OFC? Of course, along with chess, of course. Yeah, very nervous and stressful, but we'll have to do all this. I'm giving net G mains and MC. Okay, you got me there. I'm not sure about the jargon there. Net G mains and MHCT exams for my career. Are these the medical exams? Oh, those are the big exams in India. Yeah, you guys have a lot of big exams here, and quite a bit of pressure also to perform well in the exams. Oh, I see. The major exams for the medical and engineering entrance. Okay, that's great. Well, at least you got a plan, right? Yeah, that's good. You got your plans all done up. Okay, hold on a second here. Sorry. I'm supposed to play a music clip. That was a video clip you heard in the background there. My folder had one of the videos as well. I got confused for a moment. Okay, where are we right now? Okay, here we are. So let's put a timer again. So how did you manage to do so well in the exam? 91% taps. I bet you're surprised, just as surprised as I am, but happily surprised, yeah? Happily surprised. That's the way I would describe it. Okay, yep, you'll be going for research compartment. We'll be doing research in the laboratory on different medicines and diseases. I wonder whether Tepes knew. I can't believe either at all. You can't believe it? You're rubbing your eyes in disbelief, right? Yeah, you're blinking your eyes. So, you any idea what you want to specialize in future? Maybe, I don't know, eyes, ophthalmology, or is it heart, cardiac? I don't know. Or is it skin, or is it abdominal, or ear, nose, and throat? I have no idea. Gynecology? Who knows? Maybe it's too early to tell, yeah? So I'm sure along the way you'll figure out what you really want to specialize in. Maybe psychiatry. Who knows? Chess psychiatry, that'll be good. The doctor is in the house. Stepus New, doctor to be in the house. Is there a doctor to be in the house? Yes, there is. Stepus New is here. Well, no, not at all. Lol, I will only be researching on different medicines and cures for diseases. Yeah. Do a research on COVID then. Do a research on Delta and the Omicron. That might be good. But I don't know, by the time you graduate, there might be a totally different variant. Hopefully not. Okay, so where are we right now? Mikhail and Magdits, Frank Magdits. Hey, that's my name, Frankie. Why to play? Because you have to handle your chess career as well along with that. I see. Okay, that's nice, you got a chess career. That's great. Yeah. In fact, I think GM Kevin Go from Singapore, he recently got an award. Singapore had this ceremony where they were giving out awards to outstanding achievements by individuals, and he won a Best Improvement Award because he actually was it 2 years ago that he got his final GM norm after traveling overseas and taking I think 9 months off to focus on his third norm. I think he got 2 norms or 3 2 norms obviously, yeah. Basically GM Kevin Go, he got an award. So chess career, yeah, it's always good to improve. Queen takes queen f7, queen f8 check. Okay, what is this there? Yeah, this is just a nuance, right? So queen check, that looks like a move, hitting the king there, and then basically winning the pawn on f7. But is there anything better? Is there a mate? Is the white king trapped? Is the black king trapped in a mate? Sorry, hold on a second. Queen check. Let's have a look at that. King moves here to d7. No, what am I saying? Queen check. King goes down to d8. And then, is there a mate? Yeah, it's a mate, isn't it? Then bishop checks. Bishop checks, hitting the king on. There's a skewer there, not skewer. Basically, the king has run out of squares. The queen is on f7, and then all the squares are guarded. So basically, there's a mate there. Okay. Yep, there's definitely a mate. I think we can go through this. Don't have to wait for the time. I'm sorry. What am I saying? Queen f8 check. That's not a move. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, so Chessable is not that's interesting. The screen moved. Yikes! The whole screen moved. Wonder why. Let me try that one more time. I didn't realize the chessboard will actually move. Okay, something to look at. First bishop to g5 check. Yeah, yeah, it looks fine. But wonder what's wrong with queen to f8 check. Oh, I guess. Oh, it's because the knight can block. Okay, let's have a look. Queen check. King goes here. And then basically the knight can hop back to e7 to shield the king from any other checks. So yeah, but what's the difference? Because queen check, king goes here, queen takes pawn, knight goes to e7, also blocks. So check. Okay, let's we have another 20 seconds left. So check. Oh, I see. There's a tempo here, right? It's a tempo because basically, I don't understand. Doesn't that also achieve the same thing? And then queen takes, right? Oh yeah, I guess it's a tempo. It's a one tempo faster. Because if queen checks, then you got to hit the pawn the second move, and the third move is the bishop to g5. Whereas with the immediate bishop g5 with a check, white moves the tempo. So the king goes, and then basically in 2 moves you've already got the pawn here. That's 2 moves, and basically there's is that a mate? Not really a mate, but the knight is gone. Is that right? Yeah. So that was is there a mate? It's a mate here, isn't it? There's a checkmate there. So bishop g5 is quickest way to mate, and black can delay the mate by interposing with the f pawn, but that only delays it. Yeah. Yeah, Tips, you're right. So bishop g5 is correct. Okay, so let's move on. Next lesson. Okay, now this one of course is the build up to it. I think there's another move here, right? White to play. Oh, what am I doing? This is a different. It's related, right? So bishop takes pawn. Bishop takes knight. Sorry. That's bishop takes pawn. It's not the move. That's strange. Okay, I need to see this effect one more time because I don't know why the board will move. That's weird. Wait, hold on. One more time. Okay, I gotta figure that one out another time. So what does white do here? I can click on don't know. Let's see what happens. Knight f3. So yeah, okay. So this is not a tactic, but basically it's just a developing move there. And creating a double threat. The first is clearing the home rank with the plan of moving the king into the second rank. This creates a threat of the dark square bishop checking with a discovered attack on the queen. Okay, so that's a discovered attack, discovered check here, and winning the queen. So basically it's also a developing move. That's good. Then it really goes into detail here. So let's have a look. Second threat is to move the knight. Knight g5. Okay, so the second threat is to move knight g5. Okay, we'll skip this one. We'll go to the next one then. Whoa, we're still solving mini puzzles within the main puzzle itself. Okay, so let's play that. And then what now? Again, bishop takes pawn check. I can't. I think king here. Then king here is the move, right? So this is where we ended up, I believe. So that's how we arrived at that position itself. Okay, so there we saw the build up to the actual position, and we saw the idea of the discovered attack and clearing the back rank as well. Yeah, the first rank. Yeah, first rank. Okay, next lesson. Let's move on. So this is a totally different lesson. Let's put the timer one more time. Let's put the timer. Refresh the cache. 5 minutes. Okay. Okay, here we go. 5 minutes. So okay, so let's take a little rest in between. Okay, I've reduced the size of the font in the chat, so hopefully it doesn't look so gigantic. So this is Vladimir Utimov versus Mikhail Tal. Black to move. My first thought is f5 hitting the bishop, because the bishop is being overloaded here. Bishop's being overloaded. These two squares can't be guarded by the bishop at the same time. So that looks like the best move. I can't see any other tactic here. There's no checkmate on the king. It's close to checkmate, but the bishop is guarding f3 right now. So f5 is probably the most obvious move, yeah. Hitting the bishop. So bishop has got to move back. If the bishop goes here, and then basically we check and we fork the king and the rook. If the bishop moves to f3, then we fork both the rooks on a1 and e1. Okay, the text is still a little bit too big. Let's see whether we can change that. Properties. Font setting 65. Oh, no wonder the font is 65. Let's change it to 46, 45. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think I lost some of the chat there because I refreshed the font size, but it's okay. Okay, this looks quite straightforward, so let's just play this right now. There you go. Okay, so that's a basic fork there. And is there a better move? There's no mate, so let's just grab the rook. Okay, so again we're in the right. There's a raid. Tabasco. Hey, TK, thanks for the raid, TK. Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for dropping by the stream. You're looking at a Chessable chessboard, which is custom designed by myself, and I've also got some Ukrainian slideshows at the back, which I should have another scene that shows you the actual scene. And thanks TK, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, thanks, that's great. And so we're going through the Chessable course by Alan Bester, and that's Forwarding and Reversing the Tactics of Mikhail Tal Part 2, 1971 to 1992. It's on offer on Chessable right now. I think it's on 50% off. I think it was. Or is it 30%? I can't remember. Anyway, I thought I really had to get it, so I wanted to invest a little bit on some chess training, and who better to emulate than Mikhail Tal. So right now we're on the simple category, the easy category, so-called easy category, and consists mostly of forks and whatnot, discovered text, but some of them are not so easy, not so straightforward as well. But the real value of the course is actually in the not just solving the puzzle and moving on to the next puzzle. It's actually reversing the original position and going through the different variations to arrive at the puzzle itself. So we've already done the puzzle right now. And then if I click the next lesson button, basically what it does, it does a little bit of a thanks for the stream, sir, I'm off. Yeah, thanks a lot. Okay, thanks Hercule. Hey, yeah, thanks for dropping by. Okay, good to see you, Hercule. Okay, yeah, I'll see you soon as well, whenever we meet together again on stream. Yeah, so the real value of the course is actually going through the backstory of the puzzle. And then along the way, you also have to solve certain puzzles as well. Something like a mini puzzle within a puzzle. And you get into the mind of the chess players and Tal. And you'll find that Tal doesn't always play the most accurate move. Sometimes he does play bad moves as well. But of course, the Tal that we know is the one who sacrifices his king, his queen, his rooks, and does all kinds of outrageous sacrifices. Yeah, that's the Tal that we know. And so this particular course also shows you the human side of Tal, and it shows that if you were to be in Tal's shoes, you have to consider the different nuances as well. So let's have a look here. So this is a position, I think, let's try this again here. What's wrong? Okay, F5. Okay, so this is a different position where the bishop went back to G2, but of course, again, you can't just fork the two rooks. You got to basically get your bishop. You got to exchange the bishop. That would be the most logical move, and then here, and then there's this move here. That's interesting. Then move backwards. Okay, how does one move backwards in Chessable? Okay, not too sure. B for backwards. Arrow key? Nope. Right click? Nope. Okay, that was a rook takes pawn there, and then black to play. I guess it will be this move, isn't it? That has to be move. And then what now? Okay, so bishop takes g2, bishop takes g2, bishop takes g2, king takes g2, knight c2, rook takes e7. Gaining a pawn to recover some of the material that would be lost when white trades the knight for rook. Okay, so that's basically a desperado, not a desperado, but basically it's just grabbing a pawn because the knight is going to grab the rook on a1, so knight takes a1, black has a decisive advantage. Okay, so next lesson. So that's an interesting sequence of moves that led to the actual puzzle itself. So here is it the same puzzle? Okay, so again, it's the same backstory, and now it's gone further back, I believe. And I mean, we always have this idea that, hey, you know, yeah, solving a puzzle is great, but I rarely get to that particular position in my games, and how nice if I could get that particular position in my game. For example, you're doing puzzle rush, right? And the puzzle looks straightforward, or it's a beautiful tactic, but the trick is how do you actually get to that position. So in this Chessable course by Alan Bester, he's actually showing you how you can actually arrive at those dream positions which you find in the puzzles, and basically we're actually reversing the tactics right now. We went forward with the tactic, we solved it, now we're reversing. And along the way, we're actually learning also certain things, because this part of the reversal of the puzzle is filled with a lot of notation as well. Okay, so black to play. What's the best move here? And I've set Chessable so that I can make up to 10 mistakes before it actually shows me the correct answer, because it'd be kind of a you know, I'll be cheating myself if I were to play a wrong move, and Chessable would immediately show me the right move, because part of learning is also trying to solve it yourself. Now, of course, the clue was to, if you could remember, recall back the earlier position of the puzzle, then you would know what pieces would be on the board and what pieces wouldn't be on the board. Because my memory is poor, I'm having trouble remembering what the previous position looked like. But anyway, if you were in Tal's position here, what would be the best move that you would play? But I do remember that the bishop was on a diagonal, was on this diagonal. So you know, move like bishop h6 hitting the queen. I don't think that was. I don't think that's the move to play. I'm at a loss here. What to do? Knight here doesn't do anything, does it? Yeah, I think the knight was moved here. So probably this is the move, because yeah, I mean, again, I'm cheating, right? I'm trying to remember back the early position. I remember it was knight here, and the knight was on d4, and the bishop was on h3 there. So this has got to be the move. Other than that, I don't see anything else. So what's the threat actually of moving? What's the purpose of moving the knight here? I guess because Tal saw the tactic of the value of the bishop being here, and so he could sort of, I wouldn't use the word fantasize, but he could actually picture in his mind, he could foresee, visualize, he was able to visualize the moves and the position with the knight on d4 and the bishop on h3. It could give rise to a tactic there. Okay, so let's just play this and let's see what happens next. Okay, that's not the move. That's interesting. I'm at a loss right now, and gosh, let's try this anyway. Okay, again, that's not the move here. No idea. So what did Tal play in the actual game? So again, it's not really a puzzle solving move, but it's still interesting because its moves is a sequence of moves that that leads to the actual puzzle itself. And so these sequence of moves are part of the strategy of achieving the puzzle position. Maybe just developing, that's not the move. Attacking the pawn, that's not the move. What about knight here? Is that a crazy move? That doesn't move. That doesn't work, obviously. Hey, thanks for the shout out. Yeah, TK, I should have done a shout out. Okay. Thanks, Tips. Thank you for that. And the shout out is not working. I don't know. Okay, hold on a second here. The shout out was early on. Okay, so let's see. That can't be the move. On here, queen there. The queen was, what's the purpose of this move? Okay. Obviously there's a little bit of an issue here with the circles. I can't get rid of this circle. I've got to go back to the drawing board. So queen was played there. The double attack on the queen and the b4 pawn will offer to trade the queens. So therefore, I believe, okay, Tal forced the queen trade. Okay, so the queen trade, so that leads at the position, and then, yeah, okay, bishop here. That's right. Am I on Davy's Twitch? Hey, hi, Jivango, am I on Davy's Twitch? Who's Davy? Oh, Davy. Yeah, Davy's Twitch. No, I'm not there. Davy as in 7 billion cells, right? 7 billion brain cells? Yes, I haven't visited Davy for quite some time. Discord. Oh, Discord. Yes, I'm on Discord. I'm on Davy's Discord. And I do check it out. I do check my Discord every day. So if there's something interesting that I should know about, do let me know. I'll check it out after the stream as well. Thanks for the heads up, Jivango. Okay, again my stream alerts is not working very well. But Jivango, thanks for the follow, yeah? Thanks for the follow. So let me just check Jivango out on my Firefox. Are you a streamer? Do you stream? Okay, my internet is kind of slow. So Jivango, physics and maths and mathematics enthusiast. Okay, you do stream. Yeah. Okay, well, good for you. No videos. Okay, doesn't matter. It's okay. So yeah, of course I checked you out early on, right? That's good. Okay, you don't stream. Lol. Okay, no worries. Okay, black to play, and then this is the move, right? This was the f5 move here. Okay, so again I've got a little bit of problem with the arrows, but I'll get there later on. Okay, let's go to the next lesson. This is okay. So let's put in the timer again, and let's just take our time. Your face is kind of similar. My face is similar to whose face? Can't be to Davy's face, right? He and I are different. Have a great stream. Thanks, Tips. Yeah, good night, Tepes New. All the best for your 4 other papers. Yeah, Tepes New is a medical student, and he's also a chess enthusiast. A familiar face on many chess streams. Thank you, Tepes. Thank you for dropping by. Yes, you're the man. So knock it out of the ballpark, yeah? Hit the 90 and above. You are the 90% guy. So keep up on the aces. That's the way to go. Well done. And I've now reset the timer to 5 minutes, so the timer should be counting down from the top. Okay, so for those of you who are still around, let's solve this one together. You can put in your suggestions in the chat. And once again, I should mention this, I wish I had a plugin that could collate or aggregate all the chess suggestions, and then we will see like what Chess Base India does. We will be able to identify who has singled out the correct move. Doing some lurking? Sure, that's fine, no problem. Look away. Okay, let's have a look here. Laplagam. Yeah, hi Laplagam. Good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, today I'm doing Chessable. Not Lichess, but Chessable. Maybe one day I'll do chess.com. So what I try to do is I try to bring something different to the table every time. and not the usual chessboard. This is actually a Ukraine color inspired chessboard. So as we all know, it's pretty rough right now, and it's pretty serious with a lot of bombings happening. Yeah, so look around, no problem. And so I put a frame on the chessboard. How many chessboards, 2D chessboards, have you seen on Twitch that have got a frame on it? So with a little bit of tricks, a little bit of sleight of hand, I'm able to do this kind of thing. Of course, with Streamlabs OBS, it makes life a bit easier. All you need is some creativity and you know, invest some time. And so I like to put in a different take on the design, even though it could be the next stream a different design. Something that I enjoy doing. Okay, so let's see now. Black to play. Well, the queen is hanging, and it's about to be exchanged off. This rook is pretty strong. I don't see any tactic right now other than probably a knight here and a knight fork, but that's not a fork. And black to play. So we leave the timer to count down, and then we'll get some moves here. Maybe you can do better than I. Whoever's watching, if you want to make a move suggestion, just type in the chat, and we'll see how accurate you are. Yeah. So do you have what it takes to emulate the mind of Mikhail Tal? And at the bottom there, I've got the slideshow of Tal in the various stages of his life. Of course, towards the end, he was a 50-year-old man looking like a 70-year-old man, but that was because of his physical state and his health. It's my wife looking at me. Okay, 1 minute and 40 seconds. Let's see. Let me give you this try. So if I was Tal, what would I do? What would you do? Yeah. I don't think I would exchange queens because the queens should be on the board. The queen really should be on the board, and his bishop's pretty strong. White's king looks pretty comfy. Maybe rook takes pawn. No. Queen takes rook. Doesn't do a thing. I think probably the knight move would be good. There's always some tricky knight moves here. Knight forks there with the h3 as well as f3, and but the knight can't move immediately to g5 because of the queen. The queen's hanging, right? Queen is hanging. So if the knight moves here, is that a candidate move? Yeah, but there's got a queen check as well. Queen check here, hitting the king. So what should black do here? The rooks are pretty well defended. Everything seems to be well defended. There's a weak point on f2 though. So probably the focal point is f2, and maybe that's where the tactics will actually start. I don't know. But black's got to take care of his queen also. So what does one do? Rook e1. Fantastic. d1's overloaded. Hey, Mad Quick Chess! Yo! Yeah, shout out. Good to see you, man. Mad Quick. That was pretty quick of you to spot that. And it's mad and it's quick. And it's good. And it's good chess. So shout out to Mad Quick, Mr. Mad, Mr. Quick, and Mr. Chess. Here we go. Come on, do your thing. Okay. So Mad Quick Chess, another streamer as well. And he's been around for a long time. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. My alert is way too small. There's my wife there, and I need to read. Hey, 10 bits. Whoa. Mad Quick Chess, thank you for the 10 bits. I'm kind of new to this bit stuff. So what do I do with the bits? I have no idea. Of course, there's a monetary value to them, but 10 bits is 10 bits, and it means a world of encouragement to me. Thank you for encouraging me. And my music's off. Hold on a second. I need to put back my music. Let's put in some pop music. Hold on a second. Okay, do let me know if the music's too loud or it's too soft, yeah? So, Matt Quick, you hit the nail on the head with the rook check. That's awesome. Yeah, I think one of the things about candidate moves is you consider forcing moves, right? So this is one example of a forcing move. Okay, let me check my music. Okay, I think it's fine. First 2 times I did deflection in tournaments and never seen before, just sensed. Okay, good on you. So you've been playing tournaments as well. OTB or online tournaments. Interesting. So you cheered with 10 bits. Fantastic. Thank you very much, Matt Quick. Appreciate it. How do you like my chessboard? You turn the engine on, it says plus a billion. Oh, sorry, that's Nightbot. So how do you like my Ukraine-inspired chessboard in support of Ukraine and in support of peace and hopefully we stop the war. Hopefully the madness stops. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, OTB long time ago. The FIDE has me as active from 3 games in July or something. Okay, that's good. You're still enjoying OTB games. I mean, you are now enjoying OTB games, which is much more than most of us are doing. So good for you. So yeah, brilliant move. Rook check, interposing. And what is the threat here? Okay, time's up. So let's give Matt Quick's move. Is that forcing? Is black forced to take the rook? Okay, then obviously queen takes queen. So we'll come back to this position because we're going to reverse the puzzle, and I think there's a nuance here. And what happens if the king moves? Oh, I see. Queen takes queen. Yeah, queen takes queen, and then rook takes queen, and then basically rook takes rook, and bingo, there you go. So that's a very nice tactic. What kind of tactic do you call this? Overloading the rook. Yeah, the rook is being overloaded, right? The rook was overloaded, and kaboom, there you go. Okay, tell you what, I did spend quite a bit of time choosing the wallpaper, so maybe I'll just have let me just see whether I can do this. I can just adjust my scene a little bit. Deflection often coupled by overload. Back rank mid. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't back rank mid, but there was a theme that is related, right? Related theme. Okay, here we go. Hold on a second. Right now I am on chess main here. So let me see whether I can hide this guy. So if I hide that, you can see the wallpaper a little bit better, and there's a description of the place in Ukraine at the bottom there. That's called a tunnel of love. And let's see whether I can remove the chat. If I remove the chat, then of course might be better. So let's remove the chat, and I think that's okay. That's as much as I want to remove right now. So let's go back to the this thing, and the chat. I lost the chat, so maybe that wasn't such a good move. So let's put back the chat. Okay, just give me a moment here. So anyway, sometimes it's nice to appreciate the wallpaper and the especially with things that are happening in the world right now. And some of the pictures that you see, the buildings are no longer there. Sad but true, because of the conflict and because of the suffering that's going on right now. Yeah. Now I don't know whether this building is still around. You can always Google it. But anyway, that's the Saint Sophia's Cathedral in Kiev. So I think I'll leave the chat there. We'll just remove off the chessable elements. And hold on a second, one more time. Let's be a bit consistent with that. Okay. Alright, so back to the show. Okay, so good on you, Matt Quick Chess. Fantastic. So black to play, queen takes queen. Okay, so there's a whole rook there. Nice. Okay, so now we're still reversing the position here. So white is clearly better. Let me enlarge the screen a little bit better. Yeah, that's a nice theme, right? You mentioned there. So white is clearly better with a threat to capture the queen or dark square bishop. Ouch. It's my wife. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay. Okay, Ju. Hey, 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 hey. Go easy, go easy. We're alive, we're alive. We be alive. White is clearly better with a threat to capture the queen or dark square bishop. Sorry, wrong screen. This and this is being threatened. What else we have? At the same time, white's queen and rook are already attack along the d file. Okay, so white is clearly better. And let's move on here. So queen d6. Okay, queen d6. One possible reply to the knight fork, but the overworked black queen cannot defend both bishops. Second, let me check this out. This is okay, white versus black. That's strange. Okay, tile is black. Yeah. So knight check, queen takes f6, queen d3, returning the piece with white being clearly better. So actually white was winning here. I think it took a blunder from white, right? So rook e2, hitting the pawn there. So there's a little bit of analysis here at the moment. Black can choose one of the several moves that don't worsen his position, including b4. There's also the possibility of b4, king g7 and rook e7 without worsening the position. But Tal doesn't want to play safe. He wants to win. So here's an example of how Tal uses threats to create opportunities. That's interesting. Let's hold that thought. Using threats to create opportunities. Yeah, no pain, no gain, and it's always worth a risk. Does he lift rook and double on the second? He never did that, I believe. But let's have a look here. And so Tal being the risk taker, and with the risks come also the dividends. In this case, the risk paid dividends for him. Of how Tal uses threats to create opportunities. While white is clearly better, the threat of queen takes f2 check followed by mate on g2 will throw white off his game. And so hold on a second. I can't drag the piece. I got to play the piece. So okay, rook e2 was played, and then this is where basically this is where white blundered. This is where white blundered. Yeah, I got to do something with the CSS there. Some little quirks there. Okay, we'll get that fixed next time. So queen d4 was the blunder. I guess you know, it's not easy to find to miss the shot, right? Not easy to find the shot of rook check on e1 overloading the rook. So the thing is that instead of queen d4, which was the obvious blunder, white can defend against mate with rook f1 and still hold the advantage, but defending with the queen while offering to trade queens is a game-losing blunder which miscalculates black's threats on the back rank. So white thought that he could trade off the queens, and he overlooked a shot of rook e1 check, and white resigned because black will gain a winning material advantage. So can we say that Tal swindled his opponent? I don't think it's called a swindle. I think it's called creating opportunities. Yeah. So it's just like you know, Tal's not the one who waits for the opportunity to fall on his lap. Instead, he creates the opportunity. So that's something nice to learn about this position here. How works paid off. We have finished learning the chapter. So this is actually the chapter on the easier puzzles, and Tal will never gonna miss a tactic also. Yeah. So Tal had rook e2, rook d8, rook d2, guessing. Yeah, but that was a bit too slow. Oh, yeah, I guess he hit that if white didn't blunder, and that's good. Can he just nab f2? Not sure. So I finished that chapter. Now where does it go from here? Do I go back to the browse? Or click next lesson, right? Okay, so now I think it gets harder now. Now obviously there's no way I can go through the entire course because this is live. and Chessable needs people to buy its courses. But still, I'm going to go through this because I don't think I've even hit the 2-hour mark. Started at 10:30, I think. It was close to 2 hours. Okay, let's have a look at this. And hold on a second here. That's a little bit better. Okay. So this Anatoly Schmidt sounds like a German name, Schmidt, versus Mikhail with the check on h2, black can easily exchange 2 rooks for a queen, but here it is black's move, so black to play. With a check on h2, black can easily exchange the 2 rooks for the queen. What is black's best move? Have my guess. Okay, let me think. There's a threat on the knight, back rank threat as well. This is hanging. Whoa. Thanks, Mr. Jones, Mr. The Master John LCTTV has joined. Followed. Thank you for the follow. Hey, hi, the Master, Jedi Master. Yeah. Let me have a quick look at you since we're here. Oh yeah, hold on a second. This is a new puzzle. I forgot to put the 5-minute timer. Right? Let me put on the timer so that you can also participate in this. If you're watching, feel free to take part and suggest moves. Backsitting allowed totally because we are solving puzzles on the Chessable course on Mikhail Tal's tactics. This is forwarding and reversing the tactic. Okay, so yeah, what's up guys? The Master John. Let me have a look at the Master John. So hold on a second, what am I doing? Okay, let's have a look. I wish my screen would load a little bit faster. I'm on Firefox right now looking at Master John's channel. Let's have a look at your channel. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Okay, chess streamer as well. Fantastic. I'm sure. Okay, I can't remember. Yeah, great. Nice. V-chess? Yeah, fantastic. Awesome. You have very interesting titles for your streams, Master John. Nice. Okay, let's give you a shout out. And good to meet streamers as well. SO Curly A, the Master John. Let's do the shortcut chat. Fantastic. Okay, shout out for Master John, the Master John LCTTV. I think I went on the channel quite some time back, yeah? I can't remember. I think so. You look familiar. That's how rare I've been streaming lately. But I'll try to get back to the saddle, right? Okay, so you can see that's a 3 minute and 26 mark right now. So at the end of the 3 minutes, we'll go through the answers together. So this is quite a unique approach to solving puzzles because it starts off with the end goal, the end position where there's a tactic involved, and then the author, who is Alan Bester from Canada, I believe. No, from South Africa. Alan Bester is from South Africa, or a prolific Chessable author. He takes the viewer back, the learner back a few moves prior to the actual position, and then he goes through the moves that eventually arrive to the position that we just saw, which is this one. So right now we are doing the forwarding part. We are fast forwarding to the final position just before the winning tactic, and then after that we will hit the reverse gear and look at the positions and the variations that led up to this position. So that's a very interesting way of learning chess. We're not just going solving the puzzles and moving on to a totally unrelated puzzle, but we're actually learning something, getting into the mind of the masters, and the master himself, who is Mikhail Tal. Okay, so got two more minutes. What would black play here? And what are some of the candidate moves? Anyway, hope you're doing fine. Yeah, the Master John. Thank you for taking time to drop by, and for the follow as well. Yeah, I hope you learned something in terms of well, we learn every time we join somebody's stream. We learn something new. For my stream, I just want to say, hope you learned something on the design part of it. And when's the last time you saw a 2D chessboard with a frame around it? And a chessboard that didn't look like VChess or chess.com. Anyway, this is Chessable, and it doesn't look like Chessable at all because I've customized the design. I've made use of the green fluorescent color to do all kinds of little sleight of hand and little tricks. So hope you enjoy the unique design that you're looking at right now. Anyway, not for me to talk about, but let's go back to the puzzle itself. Yeah. Okay, so is that a move? Rook chopping off the pawn, hard to say. What are other candidate moves? Is there a mate threat? Is this a move? No, because of the back rank mate hitting the king, and it's bye bye. So black looks like black has got to be really careful here, not to blunder. Now let's say the forcing move is a check there, and then king goes over to g1. Hopefully you can see the coordinates there. It's a bit yeah, okay, on the bigger screen you should be able to see them. Okay, so how does black follow up? There's no fork here, so we've got 15 more seconds to go. Any suggestions, anybody? That doesn't work. Pinning the rook, does that work? There's no mate. If the knight was here on the f3, then that'd be just nice, right? There could be a mate threat here, but somehow that's not the case. That's not the case in this case. How about pawn push? Pawn push, does that work? That's even worse, because then the king's even more exposed. So your guess is as good as mine here. And what does Tao play? Amazingly, he sacrificed his queen for two rooks. Well, basically a rook and a knight. And in this endgame, he still manages to win it. I don't know how. What is black's best move? Obviously, it's not taking the pawn and exchanging the queen for the two rooks, because that's a knight versus the rook would be an inferior ending. And so, if I was Tao, what would I do? Rook. Candidate moves: rook takes pawn check. Another candidate move, maybe knight to f6. What does that do? No idea. Black doesn't have any passed pawns at all. Rook here doesn't work. Rook here. I think rook check would be the first one, and then king moves to g1. There, how does one proceed from here? Again, there's no knight fork. Not too sure. You see some nifty tactics. Laplagam, you see some nifty tactics. Great that you can see them, because I can't see anything. Nifty, yeah? You the man, man, you the man. I'm staring at a chessboard that I designed and I can't see nothing. Time's up. Lap line, give your line. Yes. So what line is yours? First took an H2. Okay, let's give it a try. Oh man. That is awesome. That is simply awesome. Yeah, that one move not a line. It is a line. Yeah, okay. Mac Quick Chess, you're a bit too fast, right? Because Laplagam followed up with the combination, and you see it now, right? I see it now. So Rick takes check and then king check. Does that work? Hold on a second. Rook check on g2. Yeah, that's force, isn't it? Queen has got to take the rook. So not bad. It's a bit like a solitaire, right? So Tal is playing a solitaire chess by clearing off the board, clearing off all the pieces using this knight fork. Fantastic. Hey, well done, Tablagam. Take my hat off. Good job, man. Good job. You the man. Fantastic. Good move. That was a really nice, nifty fork tactic. How do you like the term chess solitaire? Right? It's just clearing off the pieces. And the knight does the work. The tricky knight does the work. Fantastic. You are the man. You are the man instead. In fact, you are the man, Laplabgam. You like it? Okay, let's have a look at this. So this is the move, the backstory to the position itself. Let's have a look at that. Tile played rook f2, aiming to deflect the queen to h3, because as soon as we will soon see, any other square for the queen move is clearly losing. And if black immediately captured the h2 pawn with rook h2 check, white can equalize with king g1 and rook h4, one of the several possible moves, but none will regain the advantage. Rook d4, rook b1 check. Moving a bit too fast here. And is that drawing? Okay, so rook f2, and I think here white had to play accurately, yeah. And because white didn't play accurately, he got the short end of the stick. So queen g3 was played, and that was a blunder. Why is that a blunder? It doesn't lose immediately. The white's only safe square was queen h3, which prevents black's knight moving with a tempo. And so with queen g3 was a mistake, because black could move the knight with a tempo, hitting the queen. So instead of queen g3, there's alternate move here. Queen h3. Okay, that wasn't played. So queen g3 followed by knight d5. Knight takes d5. Hold on a second. Oh, because of the threat of the back rank, right? Why didn't he play knight e4? So black wins a center pawn but misses out on knight e4. Or actually Tal had a better move, which was knight e4. So knight e4 was a better move. Besides winning a pawn, let's have a look at this. Queen g1 forced. Queen g1 is forced. Rook f4, rook b1, knight f2 check, king g2, rook g4 check. This is way, I can't calculate this. Knight king f3, rook takes g1. Yeah, black is clearly winning here. Okay. If white captures the knight, rook takes d5, black has the one endgame with the extra pawn after rook f1 check, queen g1, rook to g1 check, king takes g1, f6, g5, f6. Okay, so this is clearly winning. Is it clearly winning? Rook endings are not easy to win. Beats me. White needed to play h4 or move the rook onto an open file. So where are we right now? Hold on a second. Let's backtrack a bit. Knight takes d5. So next is rook. Okay, then white played g5. So instead of g5, white actually needed to play h4. So g5 was another poor move. H takes g5 and then queen takes g5. This is where it again, white's only saving move was queen h3, and then rook takes h2. Yeah, so this was the end. This was the nail in the coffin. But how does one spot this kind of tactic? Yeah, how does one spot this tactic in an open game? And I don't know how many minutes they had left. Key to understanding this move is the position of the knight with the threat of moving to e3, from which the g2 and the d1 squares are attacked. So this kind of puzzle or lesson that you know, it's part and parcel of this Chessable course. And this is where the true value of the learning takes place. It's not just the tactic itself. It's the opportunity to create a tactic that's also part of the learning process. And this is a super example of forcing the opponent to play accurately, otherwise you get punished. And the knight tactic is a really nifty move, like what Laplagam said. That is a real nifty move. Yeah, it's really awesome. Okay, where are we right now? Nifty, yes, nifty. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay, it took a while to load up, so click the next lesson. Okay, it's almost 1 AM. It's already 12:54. I'm going to end with this the last lesson, yeah, and then we will stop for the night. Okay, this is Tal versus Sadie Anthony Fred. I think Sadie was American. I think his name sounds familiar. I think his name appeared in Bobby Fischer's 60 Memorable Games. I think so. Could be wrong. I've heard of Anthony Sadie. Fred Anthony Sadie. Okay. So let's have a look at this. White is a whole rook. White is a rook down for the knight. Basically, it's down the exchange. White Tal can quickly convert his superior position into a win. White to play. Let's put on the timer. 5-minute timer again. I wish there was a way I could automatically do this, but I've got to manually set it. And I couldn't find a better timer than this. This is the one that's easiest to use. The others were just too complex. Okay. So as we enjoy the sounds of Boyzone, instrumental karaoke, let's try to solve this one. Okay, I see something here, but does it win on the spot? Yeah, I guess it does. It should. It's a forcing move, right? It is a forcing move, yeah. Because this pawn is basically cutting off the king is basically trapped, entombed almost. And the king is almost suffocating. And this attack down the g-file is really super strong. Now the knight is being attacked. So what does Tal do? Yeah, I see something here. It looks like white can win almost on the spot. Yeah, let's have a look. Elephant Hard Chess. Hey, good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. Knight f6. Yeah, knight f6 the pawn can take, but it's not as forcing as it should be, right? And let me see now. Yeah, you pointed out something interesting. The queen can actually infiltrate, and the black queen is actually breathing down the diagonal. So I was thinking of a forcing move, but we'll just keep the clock running until it reaches 0, then we'll look at it. Give you enough time to look through the puzzle itself. But thanks for dropping by, yeah? Let me just check you out. I'm going to click on your username and go to my Firefox. So it's good to see new people. As far as my memory is concerned, I don't have a great memory, so I need to remember visually by seeing things. So let's have a look at Elephant the Art Chess channel on Twitch. nice pictures there. Aha, I see. Okay, that's you. Alright. Nice. Okay. Let's give you a shout out, yeah? Nice channel. OTB. You got the real board there on the stream. And you're playing live with viewers. Nice. Yeah. Okay, cool, man. You ran into me in the other chat. Checked you out on opening tree. Saw lots of I've not used opening tree for I've only used it once or twice, but you did that, huh? You saw a lot of knight h6, and yeah, that's my specialty, especially in bullet and blitz. which is playing Suicide actually, and I could say that the opening stinks, but I'm quite comfortable with it because it's led to some interesting games, even against some rated players as well. Hold on, let me do the shout out properly. So you did your homework. That's good. I mean, I'm impressed, Elephant Hard Chess, and your username is very interesting as well. I wonder what's the backstory to that. So shout out to Elephant Hard Chess. Yeah, he plays hybrid chess online and OTB as well. I mean, basically it's a real chessboard, and he beams it on his chess channel. So if you're the viewer, you're actually looking at a real chessboard, something which we hardly see. You're looking at a real 3D chessboard. You can almost touch it. You can almost reach out on your screen and almost reach out on the screen and touch it, but you can't because it's on screen. But still, it's unique because not many people do that. First of all, you got to get the camera angle right, and you got to get it right so that at the optimum level, so that the viewer can actually feel the chessboard. And not many people have the patience to set that up. And I think you're on the right track. Yeah. That is a challenge for sure. Okay, I've never done it before, so I don't know. I'm just guessing, but it looks as though it is a challenge. And of course, you may not have all the nifty things some of the software does, but still, it's different, and different doesn't mean worse. It can actually mean better. So keep up the good work. Yeah, keep up the good work, and I hope you can be streaming more often. I don't stream that often either. Sometimes. I want to stream and then the night goes by, I'm tired, or sometimes I feel, hey, I want to put in a bit more design, and then I look at the clock, it's like 12 midnight or past midnight. Right now it's 1 AM already. Sure, I should be ending pretty soon, but let's solve this one. Yeah, let's solve this one. It's already 0. So I'm going to try for forcing move, which is queen to h5. Let's see whether anyone else has any suggestions. Yeah, stings. Yeah, that's right. But knight h6 is really interesting. Okay, because nobody really plays it, at least not at the top level, because you won't find knight h6 and c5 followed by c5 on the second move. Nobody does that. I will get punished if I play that opening with somebody like for classical chess, for example. So I believe that would be a block there. Oh, that's not a block. So my screen sort of moved right when I played the wrong move. Something happening in the CSS code there, cascading style sheets. So that's not a move because why? Because queen can sack. Possible, right? So I guess king down here is the best move then. And then there goes that pawn. So Tal had to see all this, right? Before committing to his move. And now it's just curtains for black because black gets mated on the spot with the queen to a h8 check. And then rook takes or queen takes on g7 is curtains already. It's GG. It's all she wrote. So that's a checkmate there. And along the way, Tal had to solve this problem here. And so, I wonder what the build-up was. What chess wives are at... Okay, that's a joke there. Queen h5. Yeah, that's right. Queen g5. Queen h5, sorry. Queen h5, queen h5. Yeah. Threatening h8 and knight g5. Okay. I've had less time to stream lately, but we'll do so in the future. Yeah, time is something that's a precious commodity that not everyone has. Unless you're a professional streamer like Hikaru and many others as well. For the rest of us, well, we stream when we can, yeah. And I have trouble keeping up with the schedule anyway. I'm not a very scheduled guy. I'm a bit more of a disorganized person. But let's have a look at the build up here. That's a really nice, that's very Tal-esque position, yeah. Being down the exchange. Yeah, so let's have a look here. Absolutely, yeah. So let's read this. While white is a rook down for a knight, Tal would quickly translate his superior position into a win. Yeah, I mean, I believe the chess engine would rate this to plus 8 or 10, I don't know, plus 12. I mean, the king safety is really telling in this position here. So let's play the move again. I think there's some nuances here. Yeah, so what happened is amazing. I think still the telling thing is that the king can't escape. So that's a check here, and then the knight comes in with a vengeance. And there's a discovered attack here. Is there something better? Probably. There's even a mate here, right? Is there a mate here? Okay, let's have a look. Is there a mate? Check. Is there a force mate? Discovered the tag. Yeah, it's force, isn't it? It's force, right? King goes back and then basically there's a checkmate there. That's interesting. Hold on a second. Quickest way in this game, black played queen b2. I'm sorry. So the g5 wasn't played, but g5 was one of the candidate moves. And then if we were just to continue like what I just did, queen h8 check, king f7, knight g5, king g6 force. All these are forced, and basically there's GG there. So what happened in the actual game? In the actual game, black played queen b2 like what we saw earlier on, and that was that. Yeah. And let's have a look here. King f7. White also mates with queen g7 as well as queen f6. So there are two ways of mating here. And so the king is really trapped like a rat, and with no escape, no way out. And so this is the build up here. Let's have a look at the build up. 1971. White to play. I'm guessing no, the knight is hanging, right? If the queen takes pawn, knight is hanging. So I'm guessing does check work? Doesn't work. Pawn push? Was it a pawn push? Is it a pawn push? Nope. Somehow the queen's on the board, right? Oh, rook defends the knight. Nope, that wasn't a move either. Pawn takes pawn. That's not the move either. Queen f3. Man, I'm stumped. What was the final position like? Check. That doesn't work. Knight takes pawn. That doesn't work. King h1. Get out the pin. Okay. So Chessable, 10 wrongs and 10 wrong moves, and you move for me. That's okay. Thanks a lot. Let's have a look at this. You move king h2. While white was threatening, queen takes g5. And mate, it is necessary to first play a prophylactic move to move the king off the black queen's diagonal. The over hasty queen g5 simply allows black to capture the knight with tempo. Queen takes e4. So that's obviously a blunder, losing the whole piece. How about just queen g5? There's no good defense for black. I don't think so, because black can take the knight with check and tempo and then defend on h7 or even on g6. Yeah, so therefore queen g5 would be a blunder immediately. Isn't that right? Yeah. So what else do we have here? Hold on a second. Let's do this in sequence. I really need to try to recolor the different sections of the comments here. So 40, move 40, black's move. Okay, here we go. So that should be a different color. So I think it's a slightly larger size. No, not really. So hold on a second. King h number 40, move 40, king h2. Black should be playing this move here. It doesn't show the continuation. So just click next. Okay, let's try that. Okay, so that's an alternate move. White to play here. Again, I'm not sure whether this is the actual move or whether it's a hypothetical situation. But let's have a look here. Queen takes knight. Yeah, queen takes pawn straight away, because the king, that's the purpose of the prophylaxis move, right? So now queen takes pawn, it doesn't come with a check, and this is forced. And this is the position that we ended up with. So that's really interesting. How do I move backwards? Okay, I can't move backwards. That's strange. Can I move backwards? Okay, just hold on, yeah. Let me just change that. This is what the chessable thing looks like. There isn't a backspace or a back button, so I can't move backwards. Okay, anyway, to do that I probably have to jump back out the menu, but doesn't matter. So white to play, I think this was the move. Now let's look for another nuance, another variation. Okay, this is it basically. So yeah, so basically that was it, right? Yeah, and for Tal to reach this position means that he had great foresight. He must have had great oh, I can hit the back button. Sorry, what am I saying? Yeah, profile axis, there you go. So for him to reach this position and evaluate it as winning for white must have been something really fantastic, because this knight is pretty strong and he's got an attack on the G file, and this pawn structure, this pawn chain is basically holding up the carrying the whole show. Without pawn structure, white would have been totally lost because the king would have been totally exposed as well. So anyway, very nice. King up, queen takes pawn, and then basically black is lost. Okay. Yeah, I need to change these arrows. The arrows aren't really working very well, but nevertheless, we'll get back to that. We'll get back down to that later, another time. Hey folks, who's that? Hey, behold G4. Hi, behold G4. Behold G4. Behold G4 is here. Hey, thanks for dropping by. Behold G4. I'm actually about to end because it's already 1 AM, past 1 AM in the morning, and I have to work tomorrow as well. I'm not a professional streamer. I'm just a gamer dad with 1 wife and 2 kids to support. At the same time, I love playing chess, and yeah, and I'm also an employee. So thanks for dropping by. Yeah, best of luck tomorrow to me. Thanks, and best of luck to you too. Thanks for taking your time off to say hi. Yeah, and the funny thing is that sometimes, you know, you're streaming and you want to end, and then somebody raids you, and what do? You pull the plug on the stream, or do you continue on? I think 9 out of 10 people will probably continue on because of the motivation and encouragement. So it's always nice to meet new people, and thanks for dropping by. Hope you learned something from today's stream. You like the design? I spent hours on it. I actually spent hours doing something to Tal, which I'm not showing today because you did. Okay, because it wasn't working. So I got a few more tricks up my sleeve as well, and on the Tal thing. And this chessboard was designed by me. Actually, I took another design and I modified it, and I was inspired by the Ukrainian flag, of course, because of the war that's going on right now. And we can only hope that things will resolve soon, and not get any worse. Yeah, so we always hope for the best, and hopefully peace will be forthcoming for the sake of everyone else, and the pity of so many lives being lost. Nevertheless, let's end on a good note. Let's be hopeful for tomorrow, and thank God we are still alive and we are well, right? Body-wise, health-wise, hopefully mental health as well. So I'll see you around, Lepelgum. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah, and I think I'm going to raid somebody right now. Any suggestions who we can raid? I'm just going to check on Twitch. Let's see who's on. TWICH Twitch. Let's have a look here. So I really had fun with this Chessable course, and I see the benefit of the reverse forwarding and reversing through the position. So I'm gonna go from low to high. Let's see who we can rate. Well, that's me. As you can see, my board looks a bit different. Yeah, everyone's board is different anyway. Mostly. Any suggestions, anyone? Kim D. Okay. Kim Dim 55 is a good smallish streamer. Hey, Sotego, hi. Yeah, have a good night, Durian, and a good night to everyone else. Yeah, thanks for lurking, and thanks for dropping by, Sotego. I'm doing Chessable today, yeah. So you know, I designed the screen and all. So hope you like it. Good night to you guys. So let's try, yeah. Okay, Elephant Hard Chess, I'll take you up. Kim Dim 55. She's on, right? So she or him? Kim Dim. Sounds like Dimple. Dim is in Dimple. Kim Dim 55. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get it right. Kim Dim 55. Okay, it's a she. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I think she's a Filipino, right? Yeah, that's right. She's a Pinoy, Filipino. So let's rate her. And let me do this right. I believe it's /rate. Is that /rate? Yeah, /rate and Kim Dim 55. That's right. Let's go for it. Okay, 4 viewers ready to rate Kim Dim in 7 seconds. So everybody, thank you for dropping by today, and thank you for being part of my stream. Appreciate every bit of support. Thanks to Mad Quick Chess for the 10 bits, and thanks for everybody. You're precious to me, and I hope that you will all take care. Yeah, like Elephant Hutch says, take care. Cool. So rating now. Bye bye. Okay, so I'll wave. The captain of the ship waves his hat to the passengers, and the captain is not going down with the ship. The captain is getting off the ship, and so are the rest of the passengers. So good night, everybody, and happy raiding. Bye bye. See ya. Cheers. Right now. Right now. Connecting to chat. Hi, Dim. What's the name? Kim Dim. Hi, Kim Dim. Yo, peeps. Okay, Frankie signing off. Frankie ending the stream right now. Bye bye.